Hi guys, it's Hazel here at The Right Copy Girl, and this week I wanted to share with you my top 10 list building plugins to help you with your WordPress site. When it comes to content marketing, one of the key objectives that almost all entrepreneurs that I work with have is growing their email list. This is the number one priority that they give me whenever I ask them what they want their blog to achieve, what they want their content marketing to achieve. They say, I want to grow my list. Because your email list is the key to getting everything else working. So building a list of absolutely perfectly ideal clients is really, really important for any business. It will help you do marketing, it helps you generate leads, it helps you convert people from readers and prospects into paying clients. But growing your list, the physical act of growing your list, of actually getting people to sign up to your list, is something that a lot of my clients find quite problematic. One of the main things that I say to all my clients, but in particular my clients on my Divine Blogging Design, which is really, really geared towards list building, and helping you use your content to grow your list as much as possible. The one thing that I always say is it's okay for me to create the content. It's you know, I can create as much content as you like, and we can get your content marketing working perfectly. But if you don't have the infrastructure in place to actually capture leads on your website, if you don't have a website built with list building in mind, if it's not easy for people to sign up to your list, you can have the best content in the world and you're still going to struggle to get traction growing your list. And they're always saying to me, oh well, what do I need to do on my website to grow my list? So I'm currently in the process of outsourcing upgrading my website because I took it as far as I could on my own, and I needed it to be better. So I needed some professional help with that. But if you're not yet at a point where you can afford to pay for somebody else to design a professional website for you, or if you're quite handy with WordPress and you just need to know what plugins to install, then these are the plugins for you. You don't need all of them, okay? I'm not giving you this list and saying go out and install all 10 of these on your website immediately. What I would suggest you do is listen to the ones that I am suggesting and decide which one sounds like it will work best for you and go with that. As a general rule, the more plugins you install on your website, the slower it will be and the more chance there are of conflicts. So when I say don't install them all, I really do mean it. There is a good reason for that. If you suddenly start installing a massive load of plugins on your site, you might completely screw it up. I've used all of these plugins at some point, and I have many clients who have used them, are still using them, and getting really, really good results from them. So the first one I'm going to recommend is Thrive Leads. Now this is a really, really comprehensive lead generation plugin. It comes with a lot of templates. It makes it really, really easy to use. You just install it and you can upload any of the templates and use them as you see fit. It is a paid plugin. The last time I checked it was about $70, I think, which isn't too bad as lead generation plugins go. And it is an extremely good one, so you should definitely check that out. Thrive Leads is really, really functional. It comes with a lot of great pop-ups that you can customise to make them as user-friendly as possible, so that they're not, you know, in your face and annoying people, but they're still capturing their email lists while they're on this site, and making sure that they're aware of the fact that you have a newsletter list, and helping them, you know, giving them that nudge to just sign up for it. The second one is quite similar to Thrive Leads, and that is OptinMonster. Now, before I upgraded my website, this is the one that I was using, and I got really, really good results from this. It's extremely easy to use. It's about $20 for a monthly subscription, or you can get an annual subscription that cuts it down to about $9 a month, I think. OptinMonster has lots of pop-up options as well. It's also got some really cool functions like locking content. That's really, really useful because it just gives you more levels to work with. So by now you're probably familiar with using opt-in freebies to get people to sign up. So, you know, having a free ebook or a mini video course or whatever that you've got available on your site that they can just pop their email address in and get access to it straight away. but not everybody wants to be bothered, you know, sort of reading a free ebook or watching a free course, and they're not that interested. But they may come across one of your blog posts and really want to read it for whatever reason. And if you make it so that is only accessible, that is only readable if they are signed up to your email list, then they will quite happily sign up to your list so that they can read that particular blog post. The odds are they've come across your blog post because they've been looking for something specific, or because they know you and they've seen you, you know, sort of share it, and they've clicked on it because they want to read it. So they already want to read what you have before they've even, you know, got to your website. So it's not a case of convincing them that your opt-in is, you know, going to be really useful to them. You don't need to convince them of anything. They're already there, they already want to read it, and you just put a really simple step in place that says you can read this, it's just a click away, pop your email address in. It's really good. And the next one is Thrive landing pages. Now this is the same Thrive as Thrive leads, and they work together very well. But even if you don't have Thrive leads, you can still use Thrive landing pages. And it helps you create really beautiful landing pages really easily. So it comes with a lot of templates, which makes it very simple to use, and it's also got a drag and drop interface that makes building your own customized landing pages ridiculously easy. I still use this on my site. I've used it for all my main sales pages as well as my opt-in landing pages, and it's possibly the most useful thing that I actually have on my whole website. The next one is another great one for opt-ins, and that is Bloom. Now, I haven't used this for a while, but I have a lot of clients that still use it, and they get really good results from this. It's easy to use, it's customizable, it's got a lot of options when it comes to colours and settings and things like that. But the features that I really like about this one are the fact that you can track things very easily. So you can track your results really easily and see how your conversion rates are going. You can split test. You can also target specific content, which makes it a really versatile plugin that does a lot of things in a very easy to use way. The next one is another one that I use on my own site, and that is Pop-Up Ally Pro, which I have found to be absolutely just the most useful thing in the world. I absolutely love it. It creates really good little pop-ups. They are not even remotely intrusive, which is the thing that I really like about them. Natalie Lucier, who created it, actually refers to it as the polite pop-up, specifically because it was designed with this in mind, with the notion that a lot of site visitors find pop-ups really irritating and really intrusive, and it's been designed in such a way that they are as unintrusive as possible. So they don't really bother you while you're reading, they don't really interrupt you, and yet they still kind of grab your attention at the optimal moments and help you sign up really easily. Now I have to admit, I do find this a little fiddly to set up. It's not the easiest one in the world, but once you've figured out how you do it, and there are videos and tutorials and things that will help you do that, once you know how to do it, it is easy to do, but it did take me a little while to get the hang of it. That being said, it is hands down the best lead generation plugin I've ever used, I think. And even though the Right Copy Girl is currently being redeveloped, we are not getting rid of Pop-Up Ally, we're keeping that because it's so useful. As where pop-up plugins are concerned, I would definitely recommend that as my favourite of all of them. Now the next one is a really good budget option if you're not really looking to invest a lot, but you want something that will help you grow your list, and that's Ninja pop-ups. You can get that for, I think it's currently $21, and that's just a one-off payment. That's all you have to pay, which not only makes it cheap, but it's also very cheerful. It's extremely functional. It's very easy to use. It comes with 40 different themes, loads of different designs, and it's extremely responsive. So if you're looking for a cheap and cheerful budget option, that is definitely the one to go for. The next one is lead pages, which is quite similar to Thrive landing pages, in that it helps you build really good landing pages that are very effective. I used lead pages for a while before I got Thrive. I honestly, to be perfectly honest, found it a bit expensive, which is why I switched to Thrive, and I haven't looked back since. I've been quite happy with Thrive. But if you don't mind paying extra, lead pages is probably, I would say, the industry leader for this particular thing. I think it's the most widely used one. It's one of the most popular ones. It's certainly one that a lot of my clients use, and they all get great results out of it. I personally have managed to achieve exactly the same results with Thrive landing pages I have with lead pages, and Thrive is an awful lot cheaper. But it's just going to be a matter of preference for you. If you're looking for a complete bells and whistles option that gives you absolutely everything you need, OptimizePress is perhaps the best one to go for. It is quite expensive, but it is the most comprehensive option currently available that I've tried and seen used. So you can use OptimizePress to create marketing sites, landing pages, sales pages, opt-in forms. You can do it to do anything that you need to do when it comes to growing your list, and you can do it all in one place. So that is really, really useful. It is a little expensive, and it's not necessarily the best at doing all of the things that it does. So I don't use it anymore because I found better ways of doing each of the individual things that it does, but it was extremely handy just having one thing that you just paid for once and that was the end of it. You had it and it did everything. So it's useful because it's so comprehensive, but it is quite expensive and it's not necessarily the best way of doing it. Another really, really useful tool to use is SumoMe. Which is great for list building, and it's got a lot of ways of building and boosting your traffic as well as growing your list. It's very easy to integrate with Google Analytics. You can create heat maps and use the highlighter, which are all really, really useful for helping you grow your traffic and also build your list. Big bonus for this one, it's also free. There are paid elements that you can add on, but you don't have to, and it works perfectly well on the free version. Finally, if you're looking for an option to build your list that doesn't involve pop-ups, because I know a lot of people hate pop-ups, opt-in forms is a really, really good alternative. It doesn't involve any pop-ups whatsoever. Instead, it uses really discreet and very well placed opt-in forms across your website to just entice people to sign up to your list at the best opportunities. So you can put them you know, in sidebars, in menus, in blog posts. There's so many ways you can integrate these forms into your site that makes it really easy for people to sign up to your list but doesn't bother them with constant pop-ups. I hope you have found this video helpful. If you have to, please like it and share it and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any future videos, and I will be back very soon with more awesome content for you. Bye!